Check, check, mic check, 1, 2, check. Check, mic check, 1, 2, check, mic check. Check, mic check, 1, 2, check, mic check. Check, mic check, 1, 2, check, mic check. Check. Check, mic check. Check, mic check. Check, mic check.
Check, check, check. Hello, 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 hello. Check 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hello, check. Hanji, 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 hanji. Check, check, check.
Judy Value, a former longest serving councillor.
Here?
Yeah. On it. Hi Judy, nice to see you after a long time.
Yes, I actually haven't been back to City Hall for 3 years, but because Jenny is going to run in this campaign, I'm very thrilled and very happy to be supporting her. I think she's a great candidate for the city for mayor.
So Jenny Sims is running, and you guys are similar background, NDP background.
Yes.
So the Surrey forward is a mostly NDP leaning people.
I'll be very honest with you. I don't know who her team is. I met with Jenny and we kept it very quiet as she was deciding if she was going to run for mayor. But I encouraged her, not just because she's NDP, but she's a person that the city needs right now. She's intelligent and experienced. She gets along with all kinds of people. I think she's got the vision that the city will be really happy to have. And I think we need to turn things around, and I think she's the woman to do that.
So Judy, you've been around as a councillor.
Yes, for 29 years.
29 years, that's the longest time.
Yes.
And you served it well. What do you think what's happening right now in City Hall?
Well, to be very honest with you, since I stepped back, I've read the news. But the reality is that I would not be involved in this campaign at all because I was going to move away from politics for a while. But I think that people in the city want to see a different vision and a different head of the city so they can take pride. And I think Jenny's got the experience at the federal level, the provincial level, and through her constituency work and through the BC Teachers Association. She knows a lot of people, and a lot of people know Jenny and respect her. That's why you have a room full of people here tonight.
So what do you would like to see in a City Hall?
I'd like to see a mayor and councillors that listen to the residents well that have a vision for the city to provide a balance of parks and recreation, culture, but also good social services. And that's the heart and the key of the city. I think there is a lot of growth going on, but growth without those supporting infrastructure roles is not healthy for a community. And right now, everything is overcrowded, and we need a change so that people recognize that growth has to be developed in a very well thought out manner. We've got a lot of good plans in place. If they would adhere to over the next 10 years, I think we'd be moving in quite a different direction.
Thank you, Judy, for your time. Thank you. Very nice to see you.
Thank you so much.
कोई नहीं
Yeah.
ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਪੀਪਲ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲੇ 29 ਈਅਰ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਰਹੀ ਜੁਡੀ ਵੈਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਅਰ ਦੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਲੈ ਲਏ ਚੰਗੀ ਦੇ
Excuse me, everybody. Can I get everyone's attention? There are several cars that are parked in a no parking zone that need to be moved. So there's a white Acura with the license plate NUWAY. There is a Toyota Camry black with the license plate LH90IX. There is a black Jaguar RC905H. There's a Ford Helix white LC1003. And there is a white Nissan pickup RPO214. So if you think you heard your car license plate, please come up to me so we can verify, and they need to be moved. Thank you.
Linda, nice to see you and your former mayor. It's been a while after COVID, I guess.
It's been a while, yes.
Yeah. So what do you think of Ginny Sims running for mayor?
Well, I really hope that people take a look at what where the city has gone in the last 4 years and the kind of reputation that we have gained, where we thought that was all gone by the wayside. I see it's back, and it's rather disheartening. So I'm impressed that Ginny has stepped up to the plate, and as have many others.
So you guys were free enterprise and pro-business, pro-development,
yes.
And this seems like a NDP background. Don't you think in mayor's...
Well, I may be stealing a comment from a former mayor that I heard at when I went to the big city mayors conferences in Ottawa many years ago. But you don't fix a pot.
Did you talk to Brett? He's the president of...
Excuse me, everybody, if I could just get everyone's attention. Okay, everybody, could I please get everyone that's lingering at the back to come on down? We're going to get started. Grab a seat, stand, whatever you'd like. The food will be there afterwards. So please, everyone, come on down. Gentlemen standing along the back wall, if you want to come on in. Gentlemen along the back wall, come on in. Thank you.
Oh, just here, you know Karen Sidhu is sitting there, the one on there. Take her to see just here to interview her. ਇੱਥੇ ਖੜੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਚੇਅਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ
Attention, everybody. Okay. Good evening. My name is Simrit Randhawa, and I'm one of the founding members of Surrey Forward. I would like to thank 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐲 for her moving land acknowledgement earlier this evening. Also, a word of thanks to my fellow Surrey Forward members, especially those who have been working so hard on candidate recruitment. Today is a testament to their hard work for the people of Surrey. I have been given the honor of introducing Surrey Forward's first ever mayoral candidate, and we hope the first South Asian mayor of Surrey. But first, a word about why Surrey Forward has chosen this particular candidate. Many people have something to say, but they cannot speak to all generations. Many people want to have power, but they cannot be trusted to work for the betterment of all they serve. And some people want to lead, but they cannot work with others as a team. When Surrey Forward chose this candidate, it was because of her voice reaching so many generations. The trust she has from her community and her ability to lead the team we are working so hard to build. I am pleased to introduce to you a candidate who is well known throughout Surrey, a teacher, a mother, a grandmother, a servant to all of us lucky enough to have her as our representative. The next mayor of Surrey, British Columbia, Ginny Sims.
Thank you all for being here, and the room looks great. And first of all, thank you to the two very talented young women who were on the stage. They remind me why I do what I do, why all of us want to move forward and build a future where they can play an important role. I'm here today to confirm maybe the worst kept secret in Surrey. Yes, I am running to be mayor of the great city of Surrey British Columbia. There is a cloud that is hanging over the city of Surrey, and it is time someone started to talk about it. The cloud is the battle between two factions who have forgotten the key issues in our community and are instead attacking each other with a ferocity unseen in municipalities around the province or around the country. The issue is all about community safety. How can the people of Surrey be assured of our safety, the safety of our children, when the leaders of our community are calling each other names and intimidating one another? They have forgotten what it means to serve. What it means to serve. I am running to be Mayor of Surrey, to serve the needs of the people, someone they can count on to bring us together and build a strong and inclusive city. Surrey City Hall is broken. The office of the mayor has been diminished, and the council spends its time throwing darts and arrows instead of working for the people of Surrey. Our council no longer stands to discuss and debate the critical needs of our community. Instead, we have a council who cannot work together to solve key issues. They would rather score a point in the media than make a difference in our community. Should we be surprised? This council is led by a mayor who is oblivious to and has created the division and acrimony. Whatever happened to the idea of public service, of choosing to serve rather than to further a destructive agenda? I began my career teaching children. I am pleased today to see some of those that I taught here in the audience today, and it was great taking selfies with them. I became a teacher because I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to build a better world. Teaching is about giving the gift of knowledge, the gift of caring to generations of children. I loved my days in the classroom because I could focus on those gifts. But then the opportunity to serve took me to be the president of the BC Teachers Federation, to fight for better learning conditions for our students. I fought for smaller class size, and I fought for supports for students with special needs. I believed then, as I believe today, that education is the foundation of our democracy and of our civil society. I became an advocate for our kids, an advocate for teachers. I fought for our community schools, for more teachers, for better opportunities for all our children. It wasn't easy, but the fight was worth it, because it was a fight for us. A fight for kids, for teachers. Let me say again, it was a fight for all of us. It was a fight for kids, for teachers, for parents, for workers, a fight for every one of us, a fight for you and the future of our community and the future of our kids. This election is about working together for today and for the future. That fight led to an opportunity to serve as a member of Parliament in our federal government, and then as a member in the Legislative Assembly in our provincial government, and finally to today, when I announced my intention to serve once again, this time as Mayor of Surrey, to replace a council that has lost all direction, lost its moral authority to lead, and it needs immediate leadership. Of course, it would be easy to say that's someone else's problem. It would be easy to say that Surrey doesn't need change. But friends, We do need change. It is our problem, and it is my problem as well. In fact, there are three major problems we must address immediately. Number one, openness and transparency. Number two, fairness moving forward, and that means fairness for everyone who lives in Surrey. Third, and they're not in any order, and third, addressing the cost of living in Surrey so that all our families can live here, can afford to buy a home, and have the facilities we need. But first, my friends, we must start with openness, transparency, and accountability. And we need to look no further than the shift from the RCMP to the Surrey Police Service. Let us not forget, this is about safety and security of our families. It's not about the Surrey Police or the RCMP, it is about finding the best answer for our safety and security, for the best value for our dollar. The Mayor has chosen one option, Brenda Locke another. Neither is choosing to serve Surrey. I want to choose the best option for all of us living in Surrey. Like you, I want to be able to go to bed at night feeling safe and secure. And like you, I want to wake up in the morning knowing I'm paying the lowest possible taxes. Second, we must address the sense. No, it's more than that. The knowledge we have that Surrey City Hall is not fair. The game is rigged. City Hall is broken. It does not serve everyone equally. We need to take Surrey forward to ensure fairness for everyone living in our city. We must seek fairness moving forward, fairness for all, no matter where you live in Surrey. Permit approvals should be based on project merit, not the owner of the building. Applications must be dealt with on a first-come, first-served basis. We must push to ensure development permits are approved. I know this is going to sound strange, but approved in an open and fair manner. Open and fair manner. With clear-cut criteria that drives developers to invest in Surrey, especially developers who are reluctant to work in Surrey now due to current unfair practices. When we bring back developers who create projects that make economic sense for the city of Surrey, we bring back affordability for families, which is my third reason for running. I chose to build my life in Surrey. With today's cost of living, especially the cost of housing, many are not able to choose to move to this great city. We must address the cost of living in Surrey for everyone. Transit must be more accessible. Transit must be more accessible, it must get you where you want to go and be less expensive. It needs to link our communities. We need more well-paying jobs here in Surrey to allow us to work closer to home and spend less on gas, cars and insurance. We must hold the line on city taxes. You've all seen your city taxes in the last little while. I am promising, my friends, immediate action. My track record is there. I will collaborate and I will fight for Surrey. Look at the track records of those in this race. For the last 4 years, they have built silos and divided people. One challenger voted for the idea she now campaigns against. And our current mayor shares nothing, and this is very hard to say, shares nothing but disdain for the voters he is supposed to represent. I commit to work tirelessly, and many of you who are in this room know about my 24/7 work ethic, to build a Surrey for everyone. We are a diverse city with diverse needs. That is our strength. I will fight for you, and together we will build an inclusive and vibrant city. I'd like to take a moment now to introduce 4 colleagues who will be joining me as part of our Surrey Forward team. First, please welcome June Liu. June is a community organizer who understands the value of representing our community. Second, Jim Bennett. Many of you will recognize Jim. He needs no introduction wherever he goes. He is a community leader who has been able to live his values and shape the values and traditions of Surrey. Third, Ramon Bandong. Ramon is a person who has stood strong for democracy in his native Philippines. For the past 2 decades, he has made his life in Surrey and is ready to serve and build an inclusive Surrey. And fourth, Teresa Pidcock. Like me, Teresa has served the children and youth of our communities. When we serve children, we build our society. We build our future. While the 5 of us begin this journey, there will be more of us soon. Stay tuned for more announcements in the coming weeks. If you want an open and transparent government, if you want fairness moving forward, and if you want to address the ever-increasing cost of living in Surrey, then vote Surrey Forward. Vote Ginny Sims. Vote June Liu. Vote Jim Bennett. Vote Ramon Bandong. Vote Teresa Pidcock. Thank you again for coming tonight. To Jim, June, Ramon, and Teresa, thank you for being part of our dynamic team. We will need... I'm a teacher, so I always give you homework. You know this, right? We will need your help. We need volunteers, we need donors, and we need voters. So tonight, you can sign up to volunteer, donate, or simply learn more at surreyforward.ca. Folks, it is time to bring Surrey forward. Thank you. we do this? Yay! Yeah. This way. All right.
All right, so let's restart with your first and last name.
My name is Teresa Pidcock.
And where you live and what do you do for a living?
I work for the Surrey School District as an education assistant. I live in Clayton Heights, but I've lived in Surrey my whole entire life. I grew up in the Whalley area. I'm also the first vice president of our local union for 𝐒𝐿 728 as well.
And your reason for running as a councillor and under Surrey Forward slate, what was your reason?
I like the premise behind being open and honest, and we need more diversity in our city. It's been it hasn't been going well in our city hall. We need to come back to affordability for our families. I want to be able to be proud of living in this city, and I want people to be able to afford to live here. And I think that this is something that Surrey Forward can do. We want to be transparent. We want to make people want to live here. You know, I know a lot of people that work in the Surrey School District that can't afford to live in Surrey. They live outside of the city. We want to bring that back. We want to bring the community together, be more diverse, and just be proud of where we live.
Thank you and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hi. Okay, let's start with your first name and last name.
Okay, my name is June Liu.
And June, what do you do for a living? And what is your reason for running as a councillor? And why with Surrey Forward?
Okay, that's a lot of questions. So, okay, so historically I've been a youth worker, and you know, after seeing the needs and the struggles in the community, I kind of went into public service. So I was a constituency assistant for Jagmeet Singh for a little while, and from there I transitioned to work with the BC NDP, and I work in provincial office helping wonderful MLAs like Ginny and Jay Group, like we've seen today, and Mabel we've seen today, you know, help them figure out how to best connect with their community and continue on in ensuring their success.
And why you decided to run for a councillor, and why with Surrey Forward team?
Yeah, so I used to be a city staff, and I saw a lot of shortcomings in the city, and kind of I got to see how well the city can run and what has happened to it in these past 4 years and how it's gone downhill. And so I thought, you know, I've been doing philanthropy in the community, I've been doing community work, I've been doing activism and organizing, and I was tired of sitting by and seeing, you know, things fall apart when Surrey's where I grew up. It's very near and dear to my heart, and so I want to do my part to make sure that everyone else, you know, the young people that are kind of growing up in the city today can enjoy what I got to enjoy in the past and make it even better so that our next generation can enjoy the things that I wish I had. And I decided to join the Surrey Forward team and run with them because I saw that we're a collaborative team, we're diverse, and we're able to, you know, take a lot of different viewpoints and very diverse opinions like Surrey is, and we're able to work together and make sure that we're getting the most representative and the most fair and transparent and best services we can possibly provide. Because like Ginny said, we're trying to be public servants, we're here to serve the public, and I believe this is the best team that has the public's best interest in mind.
And most of them are either have a leanings NDP. So is it just a NDP platform, Surrey Forward, or you are welcoming other people?
Yeah, so we're not just a New Democrat team. You know, obviously Ginny and I are very public New Democrats. But, you know, our other candidates, you know, they voted differently, they support different candidates, they support different parties and platforms, but we think that's our strength. You know, we want to hear different opinions, we want to bring in people from all over Surrey, and we want to work together because not all of Surrey has one opinion. You know, we all have different opinions, but we want to work together to make sure that everyone is getting the most adequate and affordable and safe and ideal situation that they can.
Thank you very much and good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can you see? I want to take your comments. I just need 2 more to go. Jim and
No, we're gonna
Ramo.
get look this year.
Yeah.
Surrey 住了多久了？看见 Surrey 那个。
आज जगरूप ਨੂੰ ਫੜੀਏ ਜਗਰੂਪ
मेरा तो हाल की है
हाँ जी भाई
ਆ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨੀ ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ
ਓ ਯੈਸ
ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਏ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਧਰ
ਯਾ ਉੱਧਰ
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਾਵਰ ਡਬਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਖਤਾਲੀਆਂ ਰਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ
ਉਧਰ
ਮੈਂ ਭਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਲਾਇਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਮੀਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਕਾਫੀ ਤੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਯਾਰ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਯੂ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਰਨ ਫॉर ਐਮ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਪ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੈਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਯਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਸਾਲੀ ਬਲੱਡ ਗੇਮ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਵੱਢ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡਦੇ
ਮੈਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਮੀਡੀਆ
ਨੋ ਬਟ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾਓ ਯੂ ਗॉट
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਇਹ ਬੜੀ ਕਲੋਜ਼ ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਦਾਤ
ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖਾ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਯੂ ਬਿਨ ਦੇਅਰ ਚਲੋ ਬਾਈ ਜੀ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਬਾਈ ਜੀ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੱਦਦੇ ਆ ਘਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ
ਮਿਸਟਰ ਬ੍ਰਾਡ ਅੱਜ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਉਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੰਮ ਲੈਣੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਪੋਲੀਵਰ
ਹਾਲੇ ਆਉ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਲੱਗ ਜੂ ਪਤਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰੋਨਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਤੇ ਕੈਰੀ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ ਮੇਰਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਹੋਰ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਬਾਕੀ
Are you there? What are you doing here? Are you bored yet? Huh? Are you bored? And I was like, ज़्यादा काम मिले नहीं Yes, sir. Sure.
अपने रूबी So your first and last name?
Ramon Bandong.
Bandong.
Yeah.
So you Filipino background?
Filipino background.
Background.
Immigrated in 1986.
86. And what do you do for a living?
I work for a credit union, so I'm a I'm a mortgage specialist. Yeah.
So last name is your last name?
Bandon.
Mr. Bandon.
Yes.
What is your reason for running for a councillor?
I want to help change what's happening in Surrey because I'm not happy. I've been here 24 years, living with my family here. I wanted to be part of moving Surrey forward as we get out of what we're in, because keeping the way things are is not good for any of us.
So why with the Surrey Forward?
Surrey Forward because they're more progressive. They're thinking about, yes, Surrey has a lot of diversity, a lot of power with all of our different cultures. But with Surrey Forward, they want to make sure all of us are on the same boat so we move forward.
So it's a predominantly, you know that it's a NDP people. Are you NDP leaning?
I am. So I am for making sure that jobs stay locally, we buy locally, that all of those things are important for me.
Thank you, Mr. Bandon, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, how are you?
You got all your questions?
Very good.
Have you got all your questions figured out?
Yes.
Nice pocket matches, eh? Aren't we looking good?
Okay, Jim, your first and last name?
Jim Bennett.
So, Jim, you're running for a councillor. What are your reason for running as a councillor?
Well, just to see if I can help move things forward in the city. We've got a group of councillors in there now that are pretty deadlocked in everything that they're doing, I think Ginny's a great leader to pull people together. I've been thinking of this in the past. I've thought about it a number of times and never bothered to act on my thoughts. And this time I thought, you know what, I'm going to join a team and get together and see if we can make the city operate better than it currently is, because it's sure a mess right now.
So why with the Surrey Forward team?
I've known Ginny. I think she's a great leader. And I think she can pull together or already has actually pulled together a collaborative team across political lines, pull people from different ethnic backgrounds. I think it was very balanced what they were going to do. And when I talked with her, I decided that would be a group that I'd run with.
So pretty much I gathered for now, it's all NDP-leaning people on this slate. So is it an NDP platform?
No, it's not an NDP platform. Not everybody on this slate's NDP. We've got a couple of more candidates being announced, and they're not NDP. I'm not NDP, that's for sure. It's not. You know what? In political stripes, it's a big deal federally and provincially because you get, different ideas of how your country or province should be coming together. And on a civic level, I don't think political party politics really play a lot into it.
So if your team is elected, how you run the city differently, because there is a lot of noises about corruption in the city hall?
Well, it would be interesting to get in there and see actually what is going on. It would be interesting to get in there and see where we are with the transition with the police, how much it's cost, what the timelines are. That's not been very transparent. You hear a lot about favoritism around development. I don't know if that's going on, but it would sure be nice to figure that out. We're certainly not going to be a part of that. So things are going to move forward with this coalition of candidates coming together. I have no doubt in my mind.
What do you think about the debate about RCMP versus the local Surrey police?
Well, everybody in that council at the first day said, we're going to give notice to the RCMP. And then everybody said, now what's happening? Nobody knows what's going on. And to date, I don't know what's going on. And now you have people saying, well, we want to stop it. Well, why? How much have we spent? What's the timeline and what's going on? We don't know any more now than we did when they said, let's get our own city police. So somebody's got to go in there and quickly assess where we are in the process, what the money's going to cost, and what needs to be done. And the decision will be made what is in the best interest of the community. And it's all about public safety, what's going to serve the community the best. But we're well into that transition right now. The city police force, the Surrey City Police Force itself, is now the second largest police force in the province of British Columbia.
Thank you, Jim, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much. We'll talk again, yes, I'm sure.
Definitely. बस हम क्लोजिंग कर देंगे आज तो इन्हों की फोटो को पा ला Jim, for God's sake, smile! ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਿਵਰਸਾਈਡ ਬੈਂਕਟ ਹਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਨੀ ਸਿਮਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਸਿਟਿੰਗ MLA ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਆਫ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਵੀ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਟੀਚਰਸ ਯੂਨੀਅਨ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਡਿਕਲੇਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ ਐਜ਼ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਫॉर ਸਰੀ ਮੇਅਰ ਐਂਡ ਟੀਮ ਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸਰੀ ਫੋਰਵਰਡ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਮਰੇ 'ਚ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 4 ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟਸ ਅੱਜ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਲਈ ਅਨਾਊਂਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਕਮੈਂਟਸ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ NDP ਲੀਨਿੰਗ ਲੋਕੀ ਆਈ ਹੈ ਟੀਮ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ NDP ਲੀਨਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨੌਨ ਪਾਰਟੀਜ਼ਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਕਲੂਸਿਵ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਕਰਨਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਤੀਜੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਡਿਕਲੇਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੇਅਰ ਡਗ ਮਕਲਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿਟਿੰਗ ਮੇਅਰ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਡਾ ਲੌਕ, ਹੁਣ ਤੀਜੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਹੈ ਜਿਨੀ ਸਿਮਸ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਦੀ ਬਿਡ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। 2 ਨਾਮ ਹੋਰ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਸੁਖ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਐਂਡ ਗੋਲਡੀ ਹੋਗ। ਸੋ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਦੋਂ ਅਨਾਊਂਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਰੂਬਰੂ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਹਾਂਗੇ। CJ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਰਿਪੋਰਟਿੰਗ ਫਰਮ Surrey, BC। हाँ यार मैं कहता भी तेरे ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਫੋਟੋ ਖਿੱਚੋ, ਜਿੰਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਪਾ ਦਿਆਂਗੇ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਥੱਲੇ। ਹਾਂਜੀ
रीना मांगट।
ਹਾਂਜੀ
रीना मांगट ने।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਰੀਨਾ ਮੰਗਟ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਐਂਡ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਜਸਟ ਆ ਜਾਓ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼? ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਰੀਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਨੀ ਸਿਮਸ ਨੇ ਡਿਕਲੇਅਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਆ ਮੇਅਰ ਲਈ ਸਰੀ ਫੋਰਵਰਡ ਟੀਮ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਸ ਬਿਹਾਫ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਹੋ?
ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਅਰ ਲਈ ਅਨਾਉਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਈ ਸੀਗੀ ਤਾਜ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਆਈ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਐਕਸਾਈਟਡ ਹੋਈ ਔਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੈਪੀ ਹੋਈ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਵਰਗੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ। ਸੋ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਵਿਦ ਹਰ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਨਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ?
ਰੀਨਾ ਮੰਗਟ।
ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਓਨ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਰਨ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ, ਲੇਜ਼ਰ ਕਲੀਨਿਕ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ।
ਅੱਛਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਨੀ ਸਿਮਸ ਦੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕੁ ਚਾਂਸਸ ਹੈ ਮੇਅਰ ਬਣਨ ਦੇ?
ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚਾਂਸਸ ਨੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੰਮ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ, ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਖੜੇ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਅੱਛੇ ਬੈਕਗ੍ਰਾਉਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਆਏ ਨੇ।
ਹੁਣ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਗ ਮੇਅਰ ਮਕਲਮ ਵੀ ਰਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਬ੍ਰੈਂਡਾ ਲੌਕ, ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਤੀਜੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਹੈ। 2 ਨਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਸੁਣਨ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, ਸੁਖ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਤੇ ਗੋਲਡੀ ਹੋਗ। ਟੂ ਮੈਨੀ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ?
ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਟੂ ਮੈਨੀ ਹੋਣ ਪਰ ਬੈਸਟ ਵਿਨ ਦ ਰੇਸ। ਬੈਸਟ ਵਿਨ ਦ ਰੇਸ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਹਾਂ, ਬਾਕੀ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਜਿਹਨੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨੇ ਵਿਨ।
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜੀ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮੱਚ। ਇਹ ਤਾਜ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Maybe after these guys.
Okay.
Oh my God.
बहुत चेयर हो गया।
CJ.
Very good to see you, Mr. Lali. So, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋ?
ਮੈਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਲੇਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਟ੍ਰੈਫਿਕ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸੀਗੀ, ਆਪਣੀ ਚਿੱਲ ਵਕਤ ਲਾ ਕੇ, ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀ। ਪਰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਨੇ ਅਨਾਊਂਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੀਤਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਇਹ ਬੜੀ ਘੈਂਟ ਔਰਤ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਦਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਉਹੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਐਮਪੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਰਹਿ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਸਾਲ 6 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਐਮਐਲਏ ਬਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ, ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਚਲਾਇਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਾਟਰਵਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ, ਵਿਕਟੋਰੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ, ਇਦੋਂ ਸਮਾਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲਾਉਗੀ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਮੇਅਰ ਬਣ ਗਈ।
ਸੋ ਸਰੀ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲੀ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਕਾਫੀ ਵਿਗੜਿਆ ਤੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਕਾਫੀ ਦੋ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਡਿਕਲੇਅਰ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ, ਮਿਸ ਮੇਅਰ ਮਕਲਮ, ਆਪਣੇ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਡਾ ਲੌਕ, ਨਾਓ ਜਿੰਨੀ, ਦੋ ਹੋਰ ਲਾਈਨ 'ਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਲੇ ਅਨਾਊਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸੁਖ ਧਾਲੀਵਾਲ ਐਂਡ ਗੋਲਡੀ ਹੋਗ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੈ, ਟੂ ਮੈਨੀ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਗਏ?
ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਹੋਣ ਸਮਾਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੈ। ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਆ ਵੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਮੇਅਰ ਲਈ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਲਈ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਲਈ ਕੇਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਰਨ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ, ਚਾਹੇ ਕਾਉਂਸਲ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਚਾਹੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਲਈ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਸਮਾਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਘੱਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਰਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਫਿਰ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ। ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ੋ ਇਹ ਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਆ, ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਯਕੀਨ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਚਲਾਉਗੀ ਇਹ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਮੈਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਐਬਰੀਜਨਲ ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ, ਤੇ ਕੁਛ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਕੰਮ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 8 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ। ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 8 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਆ ਕਮਿਊਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਹੈੱਡ ਆਫਿਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੋਸਟਲੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਿਲਨ ਟਿੰਬਰ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦੇ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ, ਤੇ ਹੋਮ ਬੇਸ ਵੀ ਮੇਰਠ ਆ। ਸੋ ਬੈਕ ਐਂਡ ਫੋਰਥ ਮੈਨੂੰ 8 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਮਿਊਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੂੰ।
ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਹੁਣ ਬਿਹਾਈਂਡ ਦਾ ਸੀਨ ਕਰਤੀ ਕਿ ਹਲੇ ਵੀ ਕਦੇ ਕਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਰਨ ਕਰੀਏ?
ਜਦੋਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਦਾ ਰੰਗ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਵੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ, ਉਹ ਕਦੇ ਲਿਖਦਾ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਸੋ ਉਹ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਅਨਇਲੈਕਟਡ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਾ ਪਿਛਲੇ 8 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਖਿਆਲ ਛੱਡਿਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਚਾਹੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਲੈਕਟਡ ਹੋਵਾਂ ਚਾਹੇ ਅਨਇਲੈਕਟਡ ਹੋਵਾਂ, I am still very much interested in politics, whether it's in the front or in the back.
So there is a potential to run one day again.
I never say never. Never say never.
Thank you, Harry. Good to see you.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
She's helping me from my end. She knows all the people, and I do better at strategy and writing. I spent today writing. I don't like the people. I really don't. Like people say to me, "Why didn't you run it?" Like, because I don't have to talk to the fucking people. Like today has been perfect. I've been talking to people. Oh my god. What I want to say to people is, are you fucking kidding? Because everybody tells me how to win, right? Let me tell you how you're going to win. I'm like, I don't like to brag, but I'm like one of the most winningest campaign people in Canada.
Taking candidates from
from like 2 to victory, 1 to victory, and you're telling me how to take a 25? And she's a 25 already before we even launch. Like, I can get her to 45 with like nothing. Right? She's going to win 50,000 votes. And unless
she is so freaking great too. Like,
she's a great candidate.
Like, anyways, you know, so I met her and of course she let me.
Oh yeah. She's a fighter. I mean, she was doing her practicing her speech, and she did that traditional female thing, where she's like,
That's not Jenny, right?
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Just bring it, right?
Like, I want you to be yelling this speech at me.
I thought she was mature, so I thought it was, deliberate. And
She knows what she's doing. Just the working with women is so hard, like, because you guys are so trained.
Hey, okay, I gotta go, my guy. I'm gonna take Ramon on the
Here,
campaign trail.
Let's go.
Yeah.
ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਲੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜੈਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਲੈ
कहाँ रहते हो आप लोग किस दुनिया में तुम न जाने जहाँ
भैया स्वागत करता हूँ आपको थोड़े रश में Everybody's taking pictures. Let's do pictures of me. How many interviews did you do? 32 interviews? I was watching you like, hey, you're walking past. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You did all the interviews. Oh, that's good.
See ya.